And so, we move to the response of Jesus, to the reaction. Ano ang response ni Jesus dun sa reaction? Well, his response is, he looks at them, he looks through them, and he sees into them. And instead of running away from their anger, they were very angry, they were going to kill him. Instead of running away, he faced them and walked through them. This is supposed to mean something very profound. He walked through them. I do not think it was just a physical walking through them so that he could escape them. I think Jesus gradually walked into them. Hindi siya nagmamadali. Alam niya, hindi pa nila magets. Hindi pa nila makuha ang kanyang mensahe. They were still reacting and projecting themselves. Because ang alam lang nilang pag-ibig ay ang kondisyonal na pag-ibig. At totoo naman, dito sa mundo, mas madaling mahalin yung nagmamahal sa'yo, di ba? Mas madaling gumawa ng kabutihan sa mga gumagawa ng kabutihan sa atin. That's our typical way of loving. I love my own. Did you know that in the Gospels, there are many vocabularies for love? The passionate love is called eros. The romantic love is called philia. But there is a greater kind of love, which is called agape. At yun ang agape, yun ang madalas gamitin in the Gospels. Jesus was teaching us to love in the way of agape. Narinig natin yon in the second reading. In the first letter of Paul to the Corinthians, chapter 13, and the word that Paul is using is not eros, not philia, but agape. What's the difference? Husbands, do you love? The husbands here present, do you love your wife? Good. Very good. And I know, and I hope, you love your wife in the sense of eros. You love your wife also in the sense of philia. But do you already love your wife in the sense of agape? I hope. It can also be asked the other way around. Mga misis, how do you love your husband? Paano mo daw alam? Paano mo alam na ang pag-ibig mo ay pumapasok na doon sa agape at hindi na siya hanggang eros lang o hanggang philia lang? Well, ito palatandaan. Kapag sa kabila ng kanyang kataksilan, kapag sa kabila ng kanyang mga kapalpakan, mga kamalian, kanyang mga kakulangan, ay kaya mo pa rin siyang mahalin, then, pumapasok ka na sa agape. You know the Latin word for that? The Latin word for that is caritas. Sa English, charity. Alam nyo, puwera biro ha, nakakalungkot yun. Nakakalungkot na ganoon na ang meaning ng charity sa atin. I do not know how it happened. that the word charity has come to mean a token act of generosity to the poor. Diba? Kaya pag sinabi mong ang pag-ibig mo sa asawa mo ay charity, pagtatawanan nila yon. But believe you me, dear brothers and sisters, kapag ang pag-ibig natin ay hindi pa nagiging charity, kulang pa siya. If it must grow into the love of Christ, it must become charity in the genuine sense of the word charity. Because charity is the capacity to love even those who do not love you back. Hindi ba niya sinabi in the Gospel of Luke, if you love only those who love you, what good is there in that? Even the sinners do as much. And if you can do good only to those who can do good to you, what merit do you get in that? Love your enemies. Do good to those who hate you. Pray for those who persecute you. Meron nang nagtanong sa akin dyan, isang misis. Ang sabi niya, paano ko naman humamahalin kung di na talaga niya ako mahal? At alam kong ibig niyang sabihin, paano ko pa siya mamahalin bilang asawa? Kung hindi ka talaga niya mahal bilang asawa, kung hindi yun ang tugon niya sa iyo, bakit? Ang iyong kakayang magmahal ba ay ang magmahal lang bilang asawa? Tandaan natin, maraming antas ang pagmamahal. You can choose to love by understanding. You can choose to love by accepting. You can choose to love by forgiving. You can choose to love by understanding. That is all love. Kahit may sama ng loob, you rise above your sama ng loob and to accept the person. At sa totoo lang, maraming mga tao dito sa mundo na napapasama, hindi dahil masama silang tao, kundi dahil hindi sila nakaranas ng sapat na pagmamahal. Those are the poor in the Bible. The poor are not just the materially poor. I tell you, a lot of people are materially poor but spiritually rich. Ang karukhaan ng lahat ng karukhaan ay yung hindi ka minahal kahit kailan. Lahat tayo ay bunga ng pagmamahal. I hope. I hope. And I'm saying that seriously. You know why? I'm glad walang masyadong mga kids dito, no? But we all know that the word for the union of man and wife in bed in Tagalog is pagtatalik. Pagtatalik. And the word is very significant. Pag sinabi mong matalik ko siyang kaibigan, ang ibig sabihin ng matalik ay mahigpit. Halos hindi mo may paghihiwalay. Pagtatalik, beautiful. In English is to make love. But sometimes people just use the term to have sex. It is about love. And so the beginning of humanity is love. The seed of humanity is love. The only reason why we must come into being is love.